Hi students, now I am taking business taxation of second year BCom and that fourth chapter income from salaries. In the last class we studied about the salaries and in this class we can study about the allowances. So we heard about the word allowances, but in case of income tax, allowances means it is a specific expenses, that means it is paid for the special purpose or a particular specific purpose. They are paid by the employer to the employee. The specific expenses which is paid by the employer to employee to discharge his duties. ಸೊ ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಲವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್, ಅಲವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯರ್ ಟು ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹಿಸ್ duties, to discharge its duties. So the following are the main allowances which is provided by the employer to the employee. We can study one by one whether it is, how it is taxable. So first one is DA, that is dearness allowances, which is paid by the employer to the employee to meet the expenses, to meet the high price expenses. ಹೈ ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿಯಾಗಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಡಿ ಎ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಟು ಮೀಟ್ ದ ಹೈ ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ. ಸೊ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಡಿ ಎ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್. whatever amount paid by the employer as DA is fully taxable in the hands of the employee. Then CCA, that means City Compensatory Allowance. CCA means City Compensatory Allowances. The word itself means that it is given by the employer to employee to meet the high cost of living. So if you are your house is located in cities like Bangalore, Bombay, Kolkata, then the cost of living is high. In that cities, if you are employed, then the employer will pay you the CCA, that is City Compensatory Allowances. It is also fully taxable. Next, house rent allowances. We already studied it and we know about the taxability of the HRA. So now next one is conveyance allowance. That is the expenses in connection with performing or conveying the duty. When you are conveying the official duty, you are spending some expenses. Then that is called as conveyance expenses. If the expenses are related to the official purpose, then it is fully tax free. If the conveyance allowance is used for personal purpose, then the amount used for personal purpose is taxable. And if it is used for official purpose, it is exempted from tax. Next one is transportation expenses. Here, transportation expenses means expenses spent by the employee from his residential place to the office. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಉಂಟು. ಸೊ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಮೀನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ವೈಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಸ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಟು ಆಫೀಸ್. ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಅವನ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಅವನು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್, ಇವನ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಬಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾರ್ ಆರ್ ಬೈಕ್, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಯೂಸ್, therefore it is fully taxable. Remember, transportation charges is fully taxable. Whereas another expenses is there, it is traveling expenses. So if for official purpose you are traveled from one place to another place for official purpose, then if for example if you are paid, the company paid 1000 rupees as traveling expenses and you spend only 800 for official purpose, then 200 rupees is saved by you. Then taxability is like this: any amount which is paid for official or which is utilized for official duty or purpose, then it is fully tax free or it is exempted from tax. So out of this 1000, this 800 is fully exempted from tax. And anything, remember always in tax, if any amount is used by the employee for his personal use, then it is fully taxable. That means here this 200 rupees is fully taxable. In big companies it is maybe 10,000 rupees for traveling to the outside areas or other places by flight or like that. If they spend 10,000 and if the company paid 10,000 and they utilize it 6,000, then that 4,000 remaining is taxable. But the 6,000 is fully exempted. ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಬೈಫರ್ಕೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. Official purpose is fully exempted and personal is fully taxable. So this is relating to the traveling expenses. Next one is entertainment allowance. This means entertaining the customer. If any amount is paid to the employer for entertaining any customer, so to please the customer, for that one we have to give some services. For example, we have to ಟೇಕ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಆನ್ ಎ ಹೋಟೆಲ್. ಒಂದು ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಅವನನ್ನು ಹೋಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಟೀಯ ಕಾಫಿಯ ಊಟವೇನೋ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲವೆನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಆರ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದೆಮ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಯಾರು ಕಸ್ಟಮರನ್ನು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ tax free. It is exempted from tax because it is also related to the business. ಅವನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ ಆಗಲಿಂದ ಫಿಲ್ಮಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ಹಾಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಯೂಸಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್, ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಯೂಸಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಅಲವೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ for discharging their duties in abroad or travelling expenses to the government employees to perform their work in rendering the services in outside India. ಏನಾದರೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟದಂಥದ್ದು ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಅಲವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ದ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ for rendering the service outside India and it is fully exempted from tax. Then tiffin expenses. In some companies they are giving the tiffin expenses for lunch or breakfast like that. Then that amount is fully taxable. And the amount fully taxable. Next one is educational allowances. If the company provides any educational allowances to the employees' children, in that one rule is there. That is rupees 100 per month up to 2 children is tax free. 100 rupees per month up to 2 children. ಅಂದರೆ 10 ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ರೆ 100 into 12 into 10 ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 ಇಬ್ಬರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ 100 rupees per month, that means 100 into 12 into 2, that is up to 2 children. If you are having one child, then 100 into 1 into 12 into 1 is tax free. Then other is taxable. It is relating to educational allowance. It is important. Once again, remember educational allowances exempt is 100 rupees per month up to 2 children. Yes. Next one is hostel. It is also same. Here the amount is 300. If the employee children is residing in hostel, then 300 rupees per month up to 2 children is exempt from ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಅವನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆಗ rupees 300 ಪರ್ ಮಂತ್ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಒಂದಾದರೆ ಇಂಟು 1, ಎರಡಾದರೆ ಇಂಟು 2, ಬಟ್ 3 ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟು 3 ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು 2 ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ ಈಸ್ 300. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಟು ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ ಈಸ್ rupees 300 per month up to 2 children. Then education allowance 100 rupees per month up to 2 children. Next one is uniform expenses. As we know, uniform is to meet the given by the employer to the employee to meet the expenses of purchasing the uniform or stitching the uniform and maintenance of the uniform. Maintenance is nothing but putting the istri, like that. Any istri expenses or any purchasing expenses, this is fully exempted from tax. Any expenses for the purchase of uniform or maintenance of the uniform given by the employer to the employee of any company is fully exempted from the tax. Next, servant expenses. In some cases, they are providing house rent also, allowances also, and in that house, if any garden is appointed or the sweeper or warden is appointed by the employer to the employee, then their full salary or wages is taxable. Any servant charges paid by the employer to the employee house, then it is fully taxable. So it is relating to the servant expenses. Then overtime allowances. That means OD. If you are working more time after the official time, then that amount is also taxable. For example, the official duties till 5 o'clock, you are getting some salary. Then after that, if you are working from 7 to 10 and you are getting some salary, it is overtime allowance, then it is also fully taxable. So overtime allowance is always taxable. Then tour allowance. If you are going to any tour and if any tour expenses is provided by the or incurred by the employer, then that also tour allowances is also fully taxable in the hand of the employee, because it is also treated as benefit attached to salary. ಅದನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಉಂಟಾ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿಗೆ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್. Then last one is principal's expenses or allowances. For any head of the institution, that is principal, if any salary is paid to the principal of the institution, that salary is also fully taxable in the hand of principal, that is SSC. These are the rules and regulations relating to the allowances. So this is regarding the allowances. So with this we can end the class. Thank you.